What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lewis, and on today's video we're going to go over 3 tips and tricks to help you make your spares and get those scores in league skyrocketing, because it is the easiest way. Making spares is the easiest way to increase your scores in league. Guys, make sure to hit that like button. Please consider subscribing. If you like the jersey I'm wearing in this video or in any of my videos, coolwig.com, promo code Napoles10, that gets you 10% off your entire order. Down below in the description, there's gonna be a link where you can order this pretty little ice spare ball. You can order the ball spinner that the ball is sitting on. It's a great way to help support the channel. The ball spinners are by DH Lab. And if you go to howtobowl.com, promo code Lewis, that gets you 30% off your annual membership. All right, so 3 tips and tricks to help make your spares. We're gonna go over them all right now. Number 1, be confident. Just because you 10-pin 3, 4, 5 shots in a row, don't get mad, don't kick the ball return, don't get frustrated. Stay confident. No matter how many you make or how many you miss in a row, tell yourself that you're going to make the next one. And I know that sounds trivial and I know that sounds stupid, but it really does matter. I can't even tell you how many times in the past I throw a really good shot, mega wrap 10, get all frustrated, get all mad, and then I flag it. Stay confident. It really does matter. Number 2, have a game plan before you get on the approach. When I leave a 10-pin, I know exactly where I'm going to stand. I know exactly what I'm going to look at. I know exactly what I'm going to do before I get on the approach. The last thing you want to do is get up on the approach and start looking around, what you're going to do, where you're going to throw the ball. It doesn't work. Have a plan before you get on the approach and how you're going to shoot your spare. And that's true for everything, not just spares. And number 3, guys, practice. There's no way that you're never going to practice shooting spares and then expect to make them in league, expect to make them in tournaments. I dedicate at least 10 minutes of every practice session that I do at shooting spares, shooting the 10-pin, shooting the 7-pin, shooting the 9-pin, shooting the 3-6, the 3-6-10, the 6-10. Just repetitions. You don't want to be shooting a spare once a week in league and think you're going to make them. So those are the 3 things. Stay confident, have a game plan, practice. If you do those 3, I guarantee, 100% guarantee, that your spare percentage across the board, except for like the 7-10, of course, because that's just luck, but your makeable spare percentage is going to go up. And if that makeable spare percentage goes up, your scores have to come up. There's no other way. We'll see you guys here on lane 2 at Champstown. I'm gonna go over a bunch of quick little spares, how I shoot them, what my progress is or what my progression is, and all that stuff. We'll see you on the lanes. All right, so now that I'm nice and warmed up, the very first thing I'm gonna work on when shooting spares is the one that we hate shooting the most of, which is the 10-pin. And again, going back to those tips that we talked about in the beginning of the video, have a plan, be confident, and then we're practicing right now. So for me, I go to the same spot on the lane every single time. I don't really love sharing where I'm standing, what I'm looking at, because just because that's where I stand and that's what I look at doesn't mean that it's going to be where you stand, where you look at. You can shoot it however you want, as long as you repeat and as long as you're confident, as long as you go to that same spot every single time. So I'm just gonna shoot at the full rack, and I'm not necessarily trying to just pick off the 10-pin. Just be honest. Tell yourself, okay, I would have hit it, I would have not hit it, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to my same spot, going through my progress, and shooting at this 10-pin here. That's for sure gonna hit the 10-pin. And again, I am not trying to just pick off the 10-pin because, let's be honest, you don't have to tattoo the 10-pin every single time. You just have to knock it over. So that's how I'm gonna shoot the 10-pin. Now, I'm not gonna reset the rack. I'm gonna try to get it right of that 3-pin, but keep it on the lane. So again, same thing. Doesn't matter how many 10-pins I've left in a row. My confidence level is always gonna be high. Go to the same spot, same pre-shot routine. Let's tattoo this 10-pin here. Oh, I think that would have hit. That was definitely one that might have missed. And even if that wasn't missed, I'm not going to change my confidence. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to tell myself, I'll make the next one. I'll throw a 3-bagger and make the next one. So that last one was really, really close. I don't know if that was gonna be a make or not. We're just gonna say it was. And when I come into practice, I'm just gonna try to make 10 of every single one before I move on to the next one. But for the sake of this video, we're just gonna go like 3 or 4 makes of each one, and then we'll go. That's for sure one. So again, same thing. We're gonna try to put it in that hole and keep it on the lane and make it a little bit closer than the last one. All right, so we're gonna shoot at this one, and then we'll move on to the 6-pin. That's for sure it, 100%, no doubt about that one. So now we're gonna shoot at the 6-pin. The process is gonna be very much the same. Again, we're gonna try to hit the 6-pin, but we know we have room to the right, we know we have a little bit of room to the left. Just make the move to where you normally stand and trust that you're gonna try to hit it. Now we're gonna shoot at the 6-pin. Now keep in mind, some centers, if you buy time instead of games, it'll allow you to set up whatever pins you want, but Samsung here doesn't allow for any of that. So we just have to shoot at the full rack, and that's fine. So now we're aiming at the 6-pin. That for sure hit the 6-pin. And again, we're gonna try to do that 10 makes. For the sake of this video, again, we're gonna be less. Because it's very similar to the 10-pin, we're just gonna do 2 makes. All right, so same thing, gonna try to keep it in that hole that's left. If you keep it on that hole, it's gonna hit the 6-pin no matter what. That for sure is hitting the 6-pin, 100%. So then after this, I usually go to the 3-6-10. And again, we're gonna try to do that 10 makes. The 3-6-10 is one that I freaking hate shooting, but you have to get good at it, because if you always miss your 3-6-10, your average is going to be very, very low. Now with the 3-6-10, even though I hate shooting at it, my confidence level is always going to be high. So I'm gonna tell myself, I'm gonna make this every freaking time, no matter how many I've missed. Yeah, that's for sure the 3-6-10. Now, because you have to be a little bit more accurate with the 3-6-10, I am actually going to reset this rack instead of shooting at this one, because it's very choppable. So if you hit too much of the 3-pin, you might chop it. So I'm just going to reset the rack. All right, so we got the rack nice and reset. Go back to the same spot. Pre-shot routine, confidence high. We're committing to making this 3-6-10 here. See that one, 100% miss. The 3-pin is still up, so you can't make it if you don't hit the 3-pin. So I'm gonna reset the rack, shoot it again. And it's okay to miss. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, it's okay. But my confidence level doesn't waver on this next shot. All right, so I just 3-6-10'd, I flagged it, go up there on my next shot, tug left, 3-6-10 again. What changes? Absolutely nothing. We're gonna go up there, trust our process, trust our routine, trust our practice, and we're gonna make the next one. And that's 100% a spare of the 3-6-10. Now, once I shoot the 10-pin, the 6-pin, and then I didn't do the 6-10, because if you shoot the 6, it's basically like hitting the 6-10. If I had the ability to set up the pins and I wasn't filming and I have unlimited time, I would also do the 6-10. I would do the 9-pin also, but again, effectively it's the same thing. For me, I stand in the same spot to shoot at the 3-6-10 that I do at shooting the 9-pin, so I'm not gonna do it again in this video unless I had the ability to put up the pins. So now we're gonna go to the left-hand side spares, 7-pin and 4-pin. Anything else in that, I typically don't throw straight, or I do throw straight at. Like if I 2-pin on a sport shot, I'll throw straight at it. In league, I'll hook at it. 5-pin, but again, we're not gonna do that here, because most of the stuff that we bowl in league, like if you 7-pin, I'm just gonna hook at it, but in sport shots, I'm definitely gonna throw straight at it. All right, so now we're gonna shoot at the 7-pin, and same thing. I'm not trying to pick it clean, because all you gotta do is hit it. It doesn't have to be perfect, you just have to knock it over. And be honest, see if you would have hit it or not. Let's make a good first shot at the 7-pin. And then the very first one, I pick it clean. Guys, that was not my intention. As a matter of fact, I don't even like to pick it clean because a lot of times that's really close to a miss because of where the ball's going. So again, we're not gonna reset the rack. We're gonna try to hit it a little bit closer to that 4-pin area. All right, so same thing, 7-pin. Again, in league, guys, I just hook at it. I'm one of those guys who just hooks at it in league. In sport shots, I throw straight at it. That's why I always have to practice it. That 100% would have been a miss, so we're just gonna keep doing it till let's get at least one more make. I don't want this video to be too long. So same thing after I missed the 3-6-10, right? You missed it, you left another one. What's gonna change? Absolutely nothing. For me, nothing changes at all. We're just gonna make it the next time. That's a make 100%. So again, nothing changes. Keep that confidence at an all-time high. Guys, if you want your average to go up without changing a whole lot, make your spares. I mean, seriously, it is the best, absolute best way. The ball that you're using for your spares literally doesn't matter. If it's a spare ball, if it's a urethane ball, if it's your regular strike ball that you throw straight, it doesn't matter. Be consistent, be confident, get that practice in. We'll see you on the next one.